Like I respect top 5, being loyal.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
I'll give you that.
And he's standing on 10 toes, like, yo, you're dissing my board.
Yeah.
I make sure that you see me when you come to my town. So I respect that. I get that. Nobody's endorsing violence here, but
no.
If you're going to, and you can add on to it. If you're going to diss Canadians, all right, and you're gonna come and perform a song that particularly targets, again, for me now seeing the video and whatnot, that targets Canadians. I am disappointed that there was so much love. However, I'm not at a level where all those guys are idiots that went there, and all those guys are fools, you guys are sellouts. I'm not at that level. People love music, it's fun to see.
It's fun, yeah, I know, but
I'm not disappointed in the fans that went, more power to you. But the whole, like you said, one more time.
Yeah, and like you're telling me that's his best song, that's your favorite song out of all his songs? Because it sounds like that's the only song that you requested an encore for. That's why it looks kind of suspect, like you just want to throw your own person under the bus because we don't like it. Like it seems cool, but it doesn't seem cool. Well, it just makes the city kind of look more foolish. Like you don't support your own, and we already have that stain on us that we don't support our own.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was, to be honest with you, I think it was more of, and I hate to say it, but I think we were trying to copycat what he did in his pop-up concert in LA. When they were saying one more time, I think he ended up doing it like 3 or 4 times.
That's okay. I didn't book that.
When he did his pop-up concert, the fans were saying, one more time.
But that's the thing, I expected him to do the song 10 times in Compton, in his own city. Like, I expect that.
Sure.
You don't expect it here. Sure. And that's not his best song. Maybe if people were going to go, that's his best song ever, sure, I can give you that.
Yeah.
But people don't talk about that song when you hear, what are Kendrick's best songs? I don't think I've heard that song be put up there as one of the best songs, so that's the only song you guys want to request. Yeah.
And part B to what you said, Jack, do you think he should have came up and apologized?
I don't think he should have been there in the first place. If you're political, because the thing is, this is your city. Maybe if he's not, even if he's not with the mayor or town or whatever, it's still your city. You still live here. It's your country, it's your province, it's whatever. You know there's someone beefing with one of your biggest moneymakers for your country. No one's saying you can't like Kendrick's music.
Yeah.
But you don't make it known like that, knowing that you're gonna want to go talk with Drake or Drake's city. If there's some event going on, you're gonna want to talk to take pictures with him. Do you think you're gonna do that now after a man came to the city and dissed him, like you know what I mean? Did all that? You went to the concert. He just shouldn't have went to the concert. Done.
Do you think someone from that political background actually really knew it was that deep though? Like, do you think
he knows what's going on? He's young enough to know what's going on. There's people around him who know what's going on. You're not. Listen, we want people are dumb when it comes to like this stuff. Them, the person themselves may not know anything, but they got people working for them. You don't think they got young people in their parties or somewhere underneath that's letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. Yeah. You shouldn't do this, or maybe they're not telling them what they should and shouldn't do. But they know, you know who Drake is? All those political people, all the people in media. You're gonna know if someone has an issue with him. Yeah. Right? So I don't think you should have popped out at the concert.
Okay. But apologize.
The apology, I get, you see, if you consider yourself, I don't know if they're friends like that, because remember there was a post of it showing that Drake was followed him. He put into he messaged him back like thank you, this is an honor, blah blah blah. I didn't check the dates to when he started following because Drake didn't respond back to that. The next thing you see is goof. Right? Yeah. So in that aspect, if you're honored to be followed by this man, and then you're all dancing at the concert of a man. I don't know if you danced to the song. I don't know. But you went to the concert of a man beefing with this guy. Yeah. It's it's not gonna, it doesn't,
Yeah,
just stay out of it.
Gotcha.
Just stay out of it. I know some people went to see SZA because she canceled like twice in the city, so I get it. Like I said, battle-wise, yeah, he won, but the concert thing, it only got to that point because it got cheap late, and a lot of people went and bought it, like I said, and I think some people want to see SZA.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 times she was supposed to be here, she canceled and couldn't do it for whatever reason, so I think some people went to see her, like my sister said that. She went to go see because SZA canceled a couple of times, whatever. So, but
to wrap it up, first of all, the beef should be nailed in the coffin now, should be dead. But considering
dead, they're still gonna have their thing, but I get what you're saying. This portion here
should be gone.
Yeah.
But do you think with all that transpired this week with the concert, should Drake just continue to not say nothing and just move on?
Drop music? Do you think you don't need to sing? Because who cares about other people being? Everyone's gonna make their comment. Everyone's gonna try and live off of their comment that they put in there that 18 people liked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna live off of that and feel like you're damaging someone's career now because they made this comment. Just drop your music. It'll speak for itself. Your fans will still listen to your stuff. Casual fans will still listen to your stuff. Just make good music, and honestly, you might need to get a little more serious. Not like it's still. And people have said it's the same young talk, the talk, and all this stuff. The street talk kind of thing. It's cool, but I want to hear some knowledge now. I want to hear what you've learned through your time and stuff like that. Now, I haven't bought a Drake album, so I'm pretty sure he does that on the albums. But single-wise, to tell me that you're changing or your sound is, or your music is growing, you need to drop a single like that. Right? But anyways.
To be honest with you,
big up to Drake.
I have no idea what he does at this point. I'll be honest with you. Music-wise, he's obviously a music juggernaut, so he can't lose in that aspect.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna lose. I'm just saying
he won't lose, but I just don't know what he does at this point.
Like I
think we should move.
You know what? Make music, drop artists. And different types of artists, not all the same trap type, same rapping artists. And bring some R&B artists out. That's what you do all year. Bring R&B artists out. Bring out. Even if you want to bring out country artists out. Jump into a whole category. Your face doesn't have to be all out there. You just know, hey, it's under the OVO label. Country OVO.
Yeah. That's a good one. A good one.
Start dropping the boom. This is weird now. You're like, okay, everyone's still staying here. All right, let me elevate myself.
Gotcha.
Let me move on past it. Everyone can keep talking beef and Drake's done, Drake's finished.
Which he's not finished.
And you keep going. Neither of them will be finished.
No.
Even if Drake had won the battle,
I just know what he does from here, but he's not done.
no.
Yeah. He'll still be making that money. All right, keeping the music. Want to bring up the next one?
Yeah. Let's see what we're doing here. We got
Which one's this one?
All right. So red carpet rollout, high school reunion.
There. Or college. You're in the first one.
So the age of so we're 50.
What?
You said I don't know. It says high school reunion at the age of 50. That's what the was put up in
Yeah,
there.
the age of 50. We're not 50 now.
No,
When
I'm
you
saying
turn
that's
50.
when you say that's when that we're 50 or the school we went to.
Neither. Only got a couple gray hairs. That's not 40.
Alright, so when we're at 50.
When we're at 50.
When we're at 50, not the school.
Yeah, when we're at 50.
Okay, so when we're at 50, we do a high school reunion for our grade and all that stuff, okay? Everyone's gonna get a little introduction.
Red carpet roll.
Right?
Gold bars on the side.
What song are you rolling out to? I mean, you can roll out to lyrics too. Roll out. Oh, what song are you rolling out to when they say, from the class of, it is. Okay, you know what? I forgot the class. What class of it? What class of it? We practice.
Class of what?
Millennium in class of 2000, baby. That's what we do. We brought this in.
The year that everything was supposed to end.
We were supposed to mash up. We weren't supposed to be here. We said no. We coming through strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is your rollout song? What is the song you coming down that red carpet to? Class of 2000.
Yeah.
Crispy Brown.
So I have to think about this one, but I like just the way that the tunes go, just the way that the beat flows. I gotta go with Amazing with Ye.
Okay, I don't know if I know that. Is that an album cut?
No, it's a single.
It's a single?
It's amazing.
Oh.
I
I think I heard it. It's not coming. It sounds. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, from 808s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The way that just
Yeah.
just the roll out. If you're coming out of a car and the music is playing, there's people on the side and you're rolling in nice and smooth.
Or when you come out, that first stop, that boom, it's amazing.
Trust me. The video to that was tough too. I like that.
Okay, it was the cartoonish. Is it a cartoonish?
No.
You didn't do that one? I know that was
That was with what's his name there?
Who's in that train?
Yeah, and I forgot the guy's name.
Jeezy?
Jeezy. There we go.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nice little
That's
song.
hard. I know. I didn't even think about it.
I'll come out in a red limo, like I promised you guys. I haven't seen that yet, right? Red limo, red shores, red talk, red
I know
talks,
you're right there.
and I have that blazing on.
Am I coming up to high school?
What are you coming up with? People are on the side, you got the speakers at the entry doors.
Yeah. You know what I mean? There's too many.
You got someone opening up the door for you.
There's
Pick one. I'm surprised I know MJ song.
It's too easy.
No,
It's too easy. It's too easy. That's too easy.
Yo, I know you're coming up with that.
I can't. You know, anything that's an introduction that I need a song, anything that I need a song to, I'm running through the MJ first.
Okay.
But I'm trying to avoid it for this one.
Let's picture the center. Picture the center.
I'd have to pick our era.
Okay.
I'd have to pick a song to our era just to. Man, it's a hard one. It is really a
Go
hard
through
one.
an artist.
I'm trying.
Go through an artist.
See, what I probably would, or no, I don't know if it would be him. I definitely can't use him no more.
What? Who? What?
You know who I can't use. Well,
What?
I could if I wanted to be bold and step out to.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't know what song I would use. That's
We're
the
just
thing.
talking about music, yo.
You know what?
Diddy or Cook, you're going
No,
to
you
jail.
know what I'm coming up to? I might have to do a shine.
Okay.
I might have to.
You know what? You'll get points for that. I like that. I like that. Yep.
Instead of, who wanna with us?
But then, with that type of song, you'd have to skank, like walk
Oh.
red carpet, like
Bro.
to the beat.
Listen.
Like you just can't walk off beat. With
No,
that
no,
type of
no.
beat, you're,
What? Listen,
you have to come up with the king too.
coming with this.
You have to come with the king. Tilted hat.
And I'm just kind of
Trust me. I can see you coming up with
cool. Come off the top of the brain, yeah. You know, I'll have to run through more songs and figure out something, but off the head, just thinking about it right now, yeah, that would be, because you know, Bad Boy was my era. When they were in that high school time, that was my thing. So I'd have to be true to self. I have to be true to self.
that. And seeing it.
But it's not the Puff Daddy, so that's all right. He's not on the track. You don't hear him. You only hear Shine and Barrington. So that's okay.
Now it would be extra hype, seeing how we're gonna blow up with this podcast. If you can get Shine to actually come on and perform an entry.
Oh my gosh.
We know
You fly
that,
yourself to Belize and we'll show from there for you, Shine.
we know that Shine's into politics now, but if you can spare some like 5-minute, 10-minute, a day performance, you know what I mean? Come on and support my
You
boy.
can set it up live. You can set it up live.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't win. You can't win. Vote, you guys. Which one do you think would be the better entrance? Kanye's Amazing featuring Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Jeezy.
Sorry, Jeezy.
You're right there, you lose. Just for that, you should lose.
But I got Kanye.
Alright. Yeah.
Or Shine's.
Bad Boys.
There you go.
Honestly, I don't care which one you go with. Because like I said, the Amazing, the intro, and you come out to that.
Whew. Can't
Can't lose to that. You know what else I one song that did run through my head was Pharaoh One, Simon Says.
I forgot.
And you walk over and everyone's like, what? Get the fuck up! You know what I'm saying?
That's where we can happen.
Anyways, there's plenty, you know me, there's plenty.
There's plenty to choose.
plenty.
There's plenty to choose.
Alright, next. What are we gonna go to next?
Sports.
To the land of sports.
This has been on my mind for a little bit too. And every year I'll be flipping through the channels, but there's no ball, and there's no baseball, there's no football. I'm
My
like,
Canadians,
right?
tap into this one.
Now, maybe you guys, and I'm not going to put down any fans out there of this sport, but I need an explanation.
Caucasian culture.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Caucasian culture. Listen
Hold
up.
on a second. Before we go there, we were saying the same thing about golf till Tiger Woods stepped in.
But it's still Caucasian culture in golf.
Okay, fair enough. Curling.
Not this one.
Curling, right? The one where you throw the rock.
The Rock.
It's not now, yes, it's a sport because I guess it's on TSN or Sportsnet, but
Yeah.
me personally, I don't consider it a sport. I don't get the athletic part of it. No disrespect to my curlers out there, if that's what you call them,
Curler, I see.
or my curling people or demographic. But I never actually saw that as a sport. I don't get it. I don't get the interest. When there's something else to watch, I'll probably watch a cooking show instead. You know what I mean? I'll probably watch paper fly in the air from wind. I can't get into curling, so I need to know, is curling an actual sport, or do you guys consider it more like a hobby or something to do with your board? What do you think?
Okay, tap into my Canadian white bag here.
He insisted it's a white sport.
Listen up, Jim. When we get a crack a few bears, we just want to sit back and we curl it up. That's what we do, we just take that rock. No, seriously though. I've heard that it's better to play it than to watch it. It's way fun. It's actually fun to play.
If you're putting money on it, then yes. I'm not a person.
Anything you put money on will actually, I don't know if it'll make it funny, but
It'll make it fun.
a little more. It'll make fun, but if you lose, it ain't that fun, right?
I don't have a gambling problem, but it'll be fun.
It's fun until you lose.
Right?
Right? But I heard it, I know what? My peoples. If you want to take us to and bring us to curl and show us and give us the experience of being a curler or what it is to be like, we are here. You can invite us. Pay for everything too, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind trying curling. Is it a sport? I gotta, you know what? I can't. No, the reason why.
If you have to think about it,
You have to think about it because we don't play it. We've never been in it. We don't know the aspects of it and what goes into it, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some skill to it. It's not just you taking and dash it down. You gotta know when to release, you gotta let go. Sports doesn't necessarily always mean it has to be physical, right? It could be, sports can be a mental thing too, right? Some people might feel, okay, it has to be physical, there has to be some type of physicality to it to be considered sport. It doesn't have to be all physical, but it has to be a little bit to be considered that. Maybe. And there is a little bit physicalness regardless. You have to push the rock, you have to move.
I ain't gonna
There is a
lie.
skill to it.
I ain't gonna lie. When I do catch a curling game, is it a game? I don't know what you call it. I want to say when you do catch a curling competition. When you do catch a curling competition, I feel as if those people that are doing the brushing, they're being more athletic than the person pushing the iron. Like that takes more effort. Like that, but
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
But
That's the part of the
thing. But again, you're right. You slide in, so you gotta know what to do. I don't know how heavy the rock is. Right? You slide. I don't know. Your weight might depend on how hard you need to slide along the ice. Again, I don't know. I'm not gonna knock it in that aspect and be like, oh, it's this, it's that. I've never tried it. Maybe if I played it, I could be like, it's just recreational or whatever it is.
We should invest some time and effort into actually going to a game or a competition. I feel weird calling it a game.
Like I said, if anyone out there is into curling,
That small fraction.
write us. Let us know where it is so we can come out and check it out ourselves.
Yeah.
If we play, hey, that might even be just as good. Or actually, probably better. Because you get now you can understand if it is.
Yeah.
Or you can get your own interpretation and feel like, okay, yeah, it is a sport. Or you might still feel like it's not a sport, but it's fun as hell.
And listen, our demographic, listen, we tapped into golf, right? Started making some moves there. Now, some of you may disagree with the type of fence Tiger falls on. We still clean it, you know what I mean? We tapped into, what else? Country music, right? Yeah, we did that. So maybe this is a ground that we've been hesitant to tap into because to me it looks boring, doesn't look anything. But maybe the ethnic culture can tap into curling and make it a sport of ours.
We might have to be that bridge, that link.
There you go. There you go.
So, if you wanna reach out to us and get that bridge, we can bring the two worlds together. We're here for you.
I don't know about watching it consistently.
I understand. That's what I said. Bring us out. Because maybe if you understand it, you play it, and you understand it, watching it will be much easier.
That's true.
Right?
Listen, when I hear those girls, they're like, harder! Yo, you sure talking about guts? You know, like, yeah, like that push the island. Harder! No, playing around sport, man.
And they're holding sticks too.
Yeah, they're holding sticks on top of it. And they're on their knees, but we're gonna leave that to them.
You know what?
We're just gonna listen.
Listen, that's a whole other. That's gonna have to be.
There's certain connections that you can make from the sport and get into bed. Listen,
we've discovered it, folks.
What y'all talking
All
about?
right. Next episode, we might have to dive deep. You know what? We're gonna have to dive deep in another episode. We'll go curling.
We'll get into it.
Put the two together.
Facts.
Okay. Well, now if you're playing a sport, you play your wife in sports. What sport can your wife beat you in? Or is it, if it's not the sport, is there something in the sport that she can beat you in?
So, as you know, me and my wife are very competitive. And I don't say that like
competitive is say
that's putting it like I'm talking about. We're very competitive. Doesn't matter what it is. We're very competitive.
They could be on the same team.
True.
In the finals.
True.
Against each other.
True.
And they're not, oh, okay, we got it. It's both of us, we're on the same team, we won. No. One of us.
The suited better.
It's hot. If this is poker, and they're the last two playing.
Oh, it's hard.
Normally you'd be like, all right, your husband and wife split the pot, we're going home with it. No. They're playing that out to like
when me and Karen play anything that's competitive, it's basically Drake versus Kendrick. Shoes up. Is there a sport? See, we played sports against each other. We played tennis. We played obviously basketball.
Yeah.
We played a little bit of baseball. You know what? I'll actually have to go with probably baseball. Karen is a very good baseball player.
Shout out to Austin Karen.
Shout out to Karen. You can play baseball. I'll give you that. But that's the only thing I'm gonna give you. I'll give you baseball. You can probably.
What is like all around in baseball, or is there?
She can pitch. She can bat. True story. When I used to work at a company called KCI Medical, Melissa Hache, if you're hearing this, you can attest to this. I used to work at KCI.
It's up in the comments.
10 plus years ago, there was a company outing, and we were playing baseball. There was a company outing, we were playing baseball, and Karen was at bat, and my boss was the pitcher. Yo, Karen got up to bat, no word of a lie. Yo, the ball went straight to my boss. Luckily, he was quick enough to dive, but I think my job security would have been on the fence the next day. Karen almost took off the man's head, yo. And so at that point, I knew, okay, baseball, she got me. She got me. You got me on baseball, Karen. You almost took off my boss's head, can't compete. But baseball, I'll give it to you. I'll give that to you.
Looking at that aspect, I want to take a little detour in the conversation here, where you said, oh, you thought maybe, I'm going to lose my job. Hey, you never know. He might have respected you more, because he might have been like, yo, you got a wife that can hit a ball. Hey, damn, bro, that's great. That's true. You never know, but I get what you're saying.
Yo,
see someone and I know a significant other can play a sport or shows, that they're not just, they don't fit the stereotype of what a wife or woman should be.
Yeah. But and at another spectrum, that can also be seen as very dangerous. If your wife is good with the bat,
that's what
be on your P's and Q's.
I was surprised your boss and call you and be like, yo.
Yeah,
I know you gay, like, you good at home?
You're gonna be another Tiger Woods 2.0. Yeah, but
all right,
gotta be careful.
I guess I gotta answer your question. Okay, so this is a little different. I think you'll be a little more personal with what we do. That's how I met the wife who should do sports, basketball. My uncle had a racquetball program. I was a coach in it, and he had her be a coach also. So that's how we met. So what I will give her, ball, I'll give her shooting. She'll probably beat me in the shooting. I'm not saying I'll get wins here or there, but to say that between the two, I'll give her shooting. Now, she hasn't in a while, so I might be able to get up on her now.
When's the last time she played?
Probably before the kids.
Listen, shooters don't lose their touch.
Oh, no. I know.
Shooters don't lose their touch.
She'll have to get it back. That's what I'm saying. I'll be able to now, maybe, until you get the groove.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she'll have that there. Like, I'll give her that, and
jump crossing basketball.
it may not be sport.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You know what? The reason why she won't be able to cross me is because height-wise difference. I can give myself space where it crosses.
That's not what I asked you.
It isn't.
That's not what I asked you.
No, she doesn't cross me because she doesn't need to cross me.
TJ, that's not what I asked you. I said, has she ever crossed me?
I said no. Not to say it couldn't happen, but at this point, no.
Jen, let me know if I should take this cap off.
He just
put it out of his hand.
He just
Busy cap.
almost took off his head.
Jen?
He almost scared to take off his head.
Jen?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Maybe she did.
She did. That's what she did.
But we don't honestly when we play, we don't really play one-on-one. We'll do shooting. That's why I'm saying I'm not saying she probably played back then. Now, hell no, not that. I will fall on the ground. I will fall on the ground and say, I tripped, something took me out. But no, I'll give her that. And shooting games. I suck at shooting games regardless. I know some sport, but shooting games where you gotta shoot, or target practice, or arrow. Yeah, video games. I know some sports, but I'm just talking about things, just competition-wise.
Okay.
Right? Stuff like that. I'll give her that. Shooting stuff, gunner. I'll give her that. What's gunner in that?
Here's some dangerous lines.
I said,
your wife can hold it. At 9 minutes?
What I do? Bow and arrow? It don't matter.
It don't matter. We're in trouble.
So I either gotta step my game up or just be safe.
Okay.
Just make sure we have each other ready. 9-1, and we gotta call for each other in case something happens.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, speaking of competition, who is the better poker player? Because you and Jen actually introduced me and Karen to poker way back then. But I want to ask you on the spot, who is the better poker player? Because I'll tell you right now, and I've said this to you before, Jen, his wife, pisses me off when it comes to poker.
A lot of people, she does stuff.
I can't, and she knows this too, I cannot stand playing Jen in poker. Cannot stand it. She always has my number. I can't do it. I don't know what it is when it comes to Jen, but I can't stand her when it comes to poker. But between you two, who's the better poker player, you or Jen?
I can't really say.
Don't be afraid. If it's you,
No, because again, with poker, see, I'm a situational person, right? So with poker, it depends on her hands and stuff. I think she might have a slight edge.
She has a crazy
at times.
poker
I
face.
think overall, when we've played, she might have gone further than me.
Okay.
Staying on the table. There's times I've gone further than her. There's times I've said, okay, I just can't remember all the time, but yeah.
See, Jen doesn't, when I played with you, there's times when you may crack a smile.
Yeah.
Jen it's the same face from start to fucking finish. So you can never read the score,
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I probably honestly I think we're even, but I'll give her a slight edge with her her betting and stuff like that. I can give her that. I can give her that one.
Alright, Jack, you're a poker player.
Since we are talking poker, I gotta give a salute out to your brother, to our boy Courtney. He's the one who taught me. That's how I learned.
That's your right, of course.
Coming over here, you know, the garage, they're always playing. And I come, sometimes I come and I didn't know anything about poker. I knew about poker, but I didn't know how to play Texas Hold'em style and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I come and sit, and instead of people telling me, I sit and you just ask. What you don't really recognize or you don't pick up on something, then you just ask. And then after he tell me, be like, all right, this is what you should do, or in this situation, this is what can happen, or I noticed this, or da-da-da-da-da. And then I pick up from there, and then that's how I learn. We come over every weekend. There's some type of poker game or something. So everyone come and you play, and then that's when you start learning, okay, how to bluff, or try and bluff, or okay, it's not always just, oh, you have to have a good hand, or something you gotta read, oh, the table, okay, this person may not have a good hand, but I don't, but I might be better than theirs, so I can get them off. And you learn little things, but yes.
Off topic, off camera. TJ, where do you learn to play poker? Do you mind indulging or letting us know?
Bet 365.
You got me onto that too.
Yeah, that's what I did. Did you ever play it?
Nah, that wasn't my game.
Ah.
My game was either dominoes or
You kept it safe.
dominoes or
You knew that if you played Courtney, your money was going to be taken, pretty much.
nah. To be honest with you, like I didn't really see it. Like, all right, whatever. It's a betting game, right?
Okay.
My game was blackjack, dominoes, or Scopa, the Italian game.
Gotcha.
And that was pretty much it.
Well, shout out to Court.
Yeah.
You pass it on to DJ H2O. DJ H2O pass it on to me, so your legacy lives on through poker,
You know
brother.
what's funny? My kids are playing poker now.
There you go.
He's teaching her how to play poker now. But since we are talking about wives, we will stick it with relationships.
Good segue.
And is getting along with your significant other's friends.
Whoa.
Is that how important is that? Well, okay, so we're rating it from 0 to 10. Obviously, 0 being doesn't matter at all. I don't care about them, whatever. They don't matter to me. It's just that person. And 10 being it's, if I can't get along with them, then I don't even know. Well, I don't want to say then relationship won't happen, but because whatever. But 10 is very important to some people.
Okay, so 10 would be very important. 1 is not as important.
You don't care if the friends like you or not.
So usually, you see, when we come up with topics, we think about it prior to filming this, right? I honestly didn't think about this. Like I didn't time. So this is completely random, top of the head. I'm gonna be candid and sensitive at the same time. It is important to know your significant other's friends.
Yes.
So I'll put it that way, right? So it's incumbent on you as, the person in the relationship, who's your best friend, right? Or if you're going on with somebody, okay, I know that you're with this person, I know that you're in good hands, right? And that aspect, yes, it's very important. So I would say it's important to know them. Is it important to garner a relationship with them on a friendly level? I don't see it at that. If you guys become friends and you guys are on a talkative or friendly level, that's cool. But I don't look at it as I have to be this person's friend because they're my significant other's friend. If it's my wife's friend, then I have to be that person's friend. I don't see it like that.
Yeah.
Some people just don't get along. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, I am not, me personally, I'm not good friends with pretty much any of my wife's friends. I know them and they're good people, right? They're all good people. But I don't see it as one of those check off the box. I have to be their friend as well.
You see, okay, that's what I was going to get to too.
Yeah.
Wait. It's not necessarily friend, but I don't want to say tolerate because that makes it seem like you don't like it. But you want to be able to have a get along. No issues necessarily. It doesn't mean friends that, okay, we're gonna talk on the phone, we're gonna text each other, like all that. But if you're gonna hang, if Karen's like, hey, I'm gonna hang out, or this person's coming over, to you it's just like, okay. Doesn't mean you guys are best friends. Doesn't mean you have to hang out, whatever. But you don't mind their presence, being around, because it's not an energy drainer. They're not maybe a negative. There probably are people like that, right? Obviously, you're gonna let her know, like, hey, this is my feeling towards this person, blah blah blah. Now, some people will be like, you need to cut them off, also, or some people will be like, listen, depending on the situation, if it was someone that they've known from childhood or whatever. Me personally, I'll be like, listen, you can hang out with them, you guys do whatever. I don't want to be around. Don't have them around me. Some people will be like, you can't be their friend. That's all you guys discuss that out for whatever reason, But to me, it's important, depending on how important that friend is to my wife.
Good point. Absolutely.
Or yes, to my wife.
So if it's your wife's best friend.
If it's my wife's best friend, I'll bring it to a point where I don't have an issue with you. What I hear about you isn't, obviously, I'm not gonna hear everything all the time. Your best friends are gonna fight. But it's nothing to the point where it's disrespectful, you're rude. When you see me, you don't talk to me, you don't acknowledge me.
Yeah.
That's a different story, right? That I'm not cutting. But if we acknowledge each other, you see me, you say hi, even if we hug or we don't hug, that, whatever it is, you acknowledge each other, you guys get along, that's good for me, right? If you can get along with my friends, whatever, doesn't mean you have to hang out with us.
Yeah.
But if you want to, you can.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think it needs to at least be to that point. If it's someone that your significant other sees every now and then, if it's a work coworker, different. I don't need to be friends with them.
True.
That's you go to work. If now you guys start doing stuff outside of work, that's a different story. I don't need to be their friend, but I want to know what's going on, just know the kind of friend relationship you guys have or what it is, right? But if I had to give a number as an important to rate it, I will say it's a 6.
It's relatively high. That makes it that if you're
because if it's a long,
then you're thinking about it if it's a 6.
It's because we're talking about already married. Okay, if you're dating, if you start dating someone, if you you're gonna be with this person forever, and okay, I'm gonna propose to be my girl, we're gonna marry, then I think it does. Then you need to figure out the friend zone.
Gotcha.
Who's a friend, who's a good friend, who you get along with, and all that. That's why to me it's kind of important, because if they're a person that has friends, goes out, likes to mingle and stuff, you don't want them to lose that edge. You don't want them to feel lose that part of it. So you want to be able to be okay with their friends. You want to be able to be comfortable with who they are. You don't want them saying, I'm going out with this person. Now you're home stressing, or you're making an issue before they go out. Now they have a bad time. They're not having, you don't want your significant other having a bad. You want them when they leave the house to feel like I can go out and my partner's not worrying about me in that aspect, that I'm going to do stuff. They may worry as if something could happen to me, but that's anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna touch upon that last example that you said, right? Okay, so say, just like you said, they're going out with their friend. Now, you guys are married, right? This friend is single, and they still have the going out and partying atmosphere. Do you still, as a married couple, do you still want that to continue?
Can't speak for Jen, I kind of know what she would think, maybe, but I would want to speak for myself. I don't care.
Okay.
When I say I don't care, meaning...
So you don't care if the friend hasn't settled down mentally?
No, because my person is settled. If I know my person is with me and they're not looking for someone that it has to be my significant other, what she's doing and how she's carrying herself with that friend. This could be she can tell me when we go out, she does this, I'm here. You're letting me know what goes on. Why am I gonna have an issue with you? I know people like to say a lot of times, oh, I trust my partner, it's the other people that I don't. Then your partner can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Or at least they can't go anywhere without you, because no matter where they go, even if it's people you know that you're around,
Mm-hmm.
you tell me something can't happen?
See,
It's on your partner to accept what's going, the advancements of others.
Yeah.
If you feel they're going to accept their advancements, that's when you're like, I don't want you going nowhere. But then why you would?
See, and I think maybe we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I am not the clubby person now.
Yeah, not
I'm reaching that age where, like, the only time I actually go to a club is actually with Karen.
with her. Yeah.
Like, the last couple of times I went to a club, the last few times I was actually only with Karen. We had a good time. We had fun.
Yeah.
But it's now, I've seen other people, right, where you still have a single group of friends or females or girls, whatever the case may be, and they're still in that atmosphere at the age of mid-40s, a couple people closing upon 50 next year in a couple of years, and they're still of that ilk where they're still going to these clubs and they're partying and they're drinking like you're touching 50 almost. And then when you're asking a married person to continue on that lifestyle, you're kind of looking at it like, I'm not really into that anymore. You know what I mean? My single friends may be into it, but I'm not into it. Now they're looking at you as a married person, oh, there's something that's not for your husband or your wife, the case may be. And it kind of makes now, the mature person sitting back, look back. Because like now you're taking away your significant other from her friends who are still in that atmosphere. Does that make sense? So you don't want to, I'm sorry, so you don't want to take your wife or your husband away from their original friends, their OGs, and the people that used to hang around with. But at some point, you're going to have to talk. I mean, I'm assuming at some point you would have a conversation with your significant other saying, you know, we're almost 50 years old. Right? You still want to do this?
Now,
You know what I mean?
that aspect. I don't think age should stop you from partying.
Yeah.
Type of party you go to, that's where the age kicks
Like a Diddy party?
in. Now, if you're,
So I think we're going to go. Nobody's going to a Diddy party. We're doing 20, 30, 40, 50. Don't go to the Diddy party. Go ahead.
party, you do what you want to do at your own place.
That's the deal.
We just, hey, all I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure there's a small portion of the room that's going.
Probably.
But anyways,
TJ, you going to a Diddy party?
wow, anyways, we're not talking
Is
about
that a yes?
Nah.
Yeah?
Nah.
Nah?
I ain't going no Diddy party.
Nah?
No oil changes here, man.
Go ahead.
Anyways, what was I saying now?
So in that aspect, when it comes to like approaching...
Yes, the club thing, yes, okay, so, depends on the event you go to now. When we hold our big event next year,
Yeah.
that's where, if you're 40,
Mm-hmm.
if you're 50, 60,
Mm-hmm.
70,
Yeah.
and we go, even if you're in your mature 30s,
Mm-hmm.
you can come on out and have a good time.
Exactly.
It's not a club, it won't be necessarily a club.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it in a club, have a nice place, whatever it is, but if you're going to those type of things, like we said, like, if you're going to a sophisticated event, whatever it is, that's fine, you can party.
Brother, that was a perfect segue promo, bro. that was genius.
If you want to
That
go,
was genius.
now if you want to go to the club and you're 40, 50, you said you went with Karen, and it's just you two, you guys went, you had a good time, you maybe had your, maybe not a booth, but you had your spot where you guys chilled, you got your drink. That, like I said before, that's perfectly fine,
Yeah.
right? Now,
But to me, it's like what you just said about when we're holding our event next year. That's only like a one-off. Right?
yeah,
I'm
going to one-offs. I don't, like,
talking about more consistently. Like those friends that are going every friggin' weekend. Like every weekend.
Nah.
Yo, come on, we're going on this Friday.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit too much. When you're touching a
Now,
certain age,
yeah, maybe now, I wouldn't want my going every
there
weekend.
we go.
I can understand you going, every now and then. Maybe even if you went once a month, that's your me time.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay, you want to go with cool. Now, are they encouraging you to talk to guys or allow guys to talk to you? And that's a different. Now, those friends, those are the ones you're gonna be like,
But how would you know?
because outside of that, when they talk, you can just hear what they say. You can hear how they speak, certain things they say.
Yeah.
If you ask questions about a certain situation, how they would handle it, you know what I mean? They might be like, yeah, I can be my boo, but if I'm going to the club and man wants to buy me a drink, I'm taking it. That's what you gotta listen out for them. Okay. So you're one of those. Okay. I know if my wife goes out with you, you might encourage you. I know my wife's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry that she's gonna fall to it because this person's doing it. But I don't want you bringing that type of energy. I don't want you bringing that dude around because now that dude might get offended and be like, and I'll push up on my wife and do something stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that always will happen, but you gotta kind of think like that to be like, nah, I don't want to tell you not to have him as your friend, but they may need to drop in levels.
And that gives more credence and support to your original argument when you say it's a level 6 to get to know your significant other's friends. Because if you garner some type of communicable relationship with your significant other's friends, you kind of can get a feel as to how they are. Is this the type of woman or whoever that would lead my wife into a wrong situation? So in that aspect, yes, it is very good to know how your significant other's friends are in public or just in general conversation. So,
like I know she's got a friend. Last time I said on it, I know she's got a friend that she doesn't hang out with her all the time now because of life. Beach and all that. It's just like she's a wild girl herself, but she's probably the one that if she said, "Come with me, let's go out to," I know you're not gonna do it, but if they would say, "Let's go to a party," something like that. I would have no worry, even though I know she's the kind of she'll go pick up guys, whatever it is, because she wouldn't do that to her.
Yeah.
She would watch her back. She'd stop guys from picking her. She'd be like, "No, she's married."
Yeah.
Those friends I don't mind.
Gotcha.
Even though they still hang out and stuff, they know, listen, she's not a part of that life. She's here for me.
Yeah.
She's here to hang out with me.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do, so she's here for me.
Yeah.
Not to be with you. Move yourself from here. Get her. Those are the friends. I don't understand those type of people.
So discuss, chat, people, followers. Is it cool? I should say, is it important to get along with your significant other's friends? Or as Akil, DJ H2O
Tolerate them. Something.
tolerate them on a level from 1 to 10. Is 1 being not really important, 10 being very important? Should you make an effort to get along with your significant other's friends? Discuss. Okay. Alright, so
we're gonna go to,
what do you got next?
We're gonna go to, okay, quickly, since you already put your answer in here. I think you did. We gave an example. Okay, we'll go. Alright. If there was a comedic version, comedic verses.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. If there were comedic verses.
Yeah.
Basically, what two would you have put together? Who are you putting against each other?
Okay.
I mean, example you gave was Cat versus Martin.
Yes.
That's a decent example.
Forgive me for forgetting this man's name, Lord of mercy. After he passed away a few years ago. God rest his soul. I forgot his name.
This guy.
What's his name again? And he had the sitcom.
You're talking about Reese Witherspoon.
No. Huh?
Reese Witherspoon?
No. The black comedian. What's his name? Bernie Mac.
Oh my God!
My bad.
What did you
My bad. Bernie! Listen, guys. I had 2 hours of sleep. I'm running on fumes.
Wow.
But I know who Bernie Mac is. So the reason why I bring up Bernie Mac. So my original answer to this. So this is a topic that I actually think about prior to this film. My original answer was Cat Williams versus the old school Martin. But ironically, when I woke up this morning, I actually saw an interview between Bernie Mac and Chris Rock. And you guys have to understand, Bernie Mac was a freaking comedic genius. When I saw him sitting back to a great icon like Chris Rock, and Chris Rock kind of looked like, he didn't look like he was in awe, but you can see the atmosphere, like he's like listening to every word he was saying. I've never seen Chris Rock almost take a back seat to another comedian, right?
Yeah.
And I was visualizing, I'm like, damn, Bernie Mac can really go up against anybody, to be honest with you. Like he could go joke for joke with the best of them. I'd even put him up there, forgive me, with the Eddie Murphys. That's me personally. Like he was funny, right? But Bernie Mac is an honorable mention. But my original answer was Cat Williams versus the old school Martin. Mm-hmm. Now the Def Comedy Jam Martin, where he didn't get too craps about nothing. He just whoever's in the crowd. He doesn't care what you were wearing. He doesn't care white, black, celebrity, poor, rich. He just the hell out of it. Who would win between Cat Williams and old school Martin? I know everybody's gonna say, you gotta pick Martin, but Cat is funny, man. Cat, when he gets into his bag and his real jokes, Cat is a funny dude.
That would be a good one.
It would be a good one. I'll have to. No holds barred. I'm actually picking Cat in the verses.
I think it depends on what. I think if they start going in on the
attitude,
Martin's got it.
Martin.
I think going at people because Martin gives you those like jokes that are like really relatable. Like it's just simple. It's not like it's hard to explain. It's just like a simple thing you could be doing and it'll roast you on that. It doesn't have to be something like extravagant for everyone to see. Like this guy I don't know tripped and fell and hit his head. I make a joke about that. It could just be something like. And the thing that's just like a tight, and just go off on just something simple. I know Cat can do it too, right? But it's just the delivery of it. I think it'd be a little bit smoother with Martin, because Cat's got that wild voice.
Yeah. Is that what you got?
Between the two, I think they.
Is that what your text versus?
I don't know. I don't even know who I would pick for a verse.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Eddie Murphy.
I like it, but when it goes to stand up, obviously Delirious is number one for me, but I like Dion Cole.
Really?
You
think he can hold his own?
Number 2 favorite stand up comedy.
What?
He has. Cold Hearted, bro. I say died listening and it's just simple. It's simple everyday things that you do that you're like, why is this man exposing me like this? You know what I mean? That's special. When it comes to that's special. When it's like just the person themselves, I'll put him up there. I just don't know him like that or whatever. But shows, like he's funny on shows, like stand up, all the stand ups I've seen of him, I like all of them. Okay. They're all good. But if you want to say, if somebody say what are your top 3, I can give you my top 2. Which is Delirious and Cold Hearted. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's probably a third one that can in and out. Just different ones, you like. I'm pretty sure it's probably a Chappelle one. It's probably my third, but.
So who's winning between Dion and? I guess Dion and.
What would be a fair competition for him?
Because he's not really a mainstream comic.
He has a stand, but he's not looked at as like a Kevin Hart. Then I put him against Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart would win popularity wise, but jokes wise, I'm taking Dion. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
I've heard people say now like his stand-ups like they've gone. Yeah. Like stand-ups and stuff, but I think he's more of a movie actor now. Like.
I hate to say it, and forgive me for all you Kevin Hart fans, but I see him like as a gimmick comic. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I see why you say that.
Like
he's out there all the time.
He's out there. He's no offense to the short people, but he's short. I mean that adds to the comedic level.
But I mean, hey, rock with it. He's making
Yeah,
his money.
he's making his money. He's doing
He
his
knows
thing.
what he's doing. He does other stuff. I'm pretty sure he does a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
We don't know. But
Would you put him at a Kings of Comedy type of level? Or not?
as in,
Would
like,
you-
overall
Yeah.
comedians, or you mean at like a certain generation?
Could he
came out when he came out?
Could he share the same stage if he came out the same time as the original Kings of Comedy? Can he share the same stage as them?
With his first like his first stand-up
Sure.
stuff? Yes.
You think so?
I think he could that first one, yeah. When we're talking about his dad and what was it, the faces and all the jokes in the classroom and cussing in class and that one that was funny.
Okay.
Like I'll give him that for that. If you're saying overall, like right now, would you put him up there? No, I wouldn't necessarily put him up there. I mean, yeah, if you're just sticking to jokes, I mean, some people might say they'll put him over DL. Like in the stand-up itself, in the movie itself. Because if you ask people, and you're like, oh, who like out of the four, like how would you rank it? It's Bernie and everyone else.
True.
To me, it was because Steve didn't really have a set.
Yeah.
He was the host,
That's
so
right.
he'll say his jokes between when introducing someone else.
Yeah.
So I might even give him second, then Cedric, and then I'll go DL because DL started picking it up when he was going in the crowd a little bit.
I like
That was
Cedric.
his-
I like Cedric.
Cedric, I like Cedric too. So that's why I say I'll put him in. Like him and Steve can interchange with that. Because
Yeah.
Steve had some jokes like when he was going about the old school music. Kicking the thing down and all. That part was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. So I would put that up there. He was killing it with that. And when he had the man's jacket, he had the jacket. Bling bling. And he was telling us stuff. Yeah, I give that, but
Okay. All right. What do we got for the next topic? You're gonna
Alright, we're gonna go since okay, we're gonna hit up the random because you know we all gotta go randoms. We had two here.
You're the narrator. You introduce it, right?
I like both of them. Okay, we'll go to the second one first because we've already responded to that one. So okay, bear with us right here, folks. Listen in, take it in. It's a little bit a little long one before we get to the question. Okay, so it's a game show.
That's right.
Okay? Your kids and wife are taken to an island safe and sound. But you're left alone in the house, and the rules are you can't leave for work, for any social activity, for no reason whatsoever. Which is kind of weird. I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep my home if I'm not working. But okay.
You have people who respect.
But it's a game show. So if it's a game show, none of those game show people go to work. So that wouldn't even be, I think.
You have stuff supplied to you.
You can't leave. You can't leave your home.
That's right.
Okay, so which of these two challenges are you taking? And you have to tell a family member why you chose this decision. Okay, so A, right? You either go a month without your wife, and you get $10 million. So that means you have the kids in the home. B, you have 6 months without your kids. So it's you and the wife in the home. The kids have been taken to the island. Well, of course, obviously they're being taken care of. But wherever they are, they're being taken care of. And you get $100 million. Or you can go a year without both the wife and kids. They're gone off and you're all alone in the home. At the end of the year, you get $300 million.
You want to answer first?
You answer it.
All right. So, options once again. A month without your wife, you get 10 million. 6 months without your kids, you get 100 million. A year without both your wife and your kids.
Before, I'm gonna throw in the wrench here because what you have to do, okay, when it's for B, there's no hanky panky. There's no hanky
The
panky.
asterisk there.
There's no hanky panky. The reason, because A and C there's no hanky-panky eating those. Something has to be given up.
Okay, that's a good point.
So there you go.
Alright, my man.
Just to make it more interesting.
Okay,
Because obviously,
that makes sense.
I know what people will choose.
Okay, alright, cool.
Go ahead.
Alright, so we're hanging on. So, a month ago, your wife for 10 million.
I'm only worth 10 million?
Again, we know that Karen's good with the back, so give me a
As I
second.
get shot. Bullet, bow and arrow, no matter, I can't run. So
6 months without your kids for 100 million. Whew!
this is where it gets interesting.
And 300 million without either, without nobody. Karen, I'm sorry, yo. Yo, TJ, why you covering your face? Why you walking away, TJ?
I'm not walking away.
Yo!
Okay, so what's the answer?
I gotta go with A, brother. Gotta go with A.
You switched up. Okay. Okay.
And Karen, listen, for the wives out there, I'm pretty sure you guys will understand. Okay? Look at the options, man.
But I'm gonna tell you right now why Karen would love that. Because she's by herself.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
She might just for a month without you. Oh man, shut up, love it.
Now, I did say, when we were talking about the South Carolina,
Yeah,
I
you
did
know,
say, I would go with B.
But I think
because,
that's right.
because you're the rich.
This guy's like,
Well, since something's gone, so my original answer was B because I said to you, I picture like summer camp, right?
Yeah.
An extended summer camp.
Yeah, the kids are
Whereas the kids are gone for summer, but this time it's 6 months, and you're not paying for it. Instead, you're getting paid, right?
Mhm.
But 10 million with the and it's only for a month. I'd have to go with it, yo. And I think the wife would understand. I mean, we got 2 million after that.
Hey, and you just gotta invest properly.
There you go.
You can go with that.
There you go. There you go. But what you got? What you got?
Alright, this is how we're gonna go. We over here, in this family here, we all about big things, big dollars. That's what we go for.
Which it should be.
Already, and like you said, you have to let them know. Already discussed it with the wife. I didn't even tell her my answer first. I asked her the question first.
Yeah.
And she said C.
She says
She also said C. So, I done said.
So what's C again?
I by myself in the home. She and the kids are gone to the island.
For how long?
For a year, having the time of their life, doing whatever it is that happiness that brings them.
But what do you think reality would sit in for you?
You know what? You know why I think I could do it? Because I was an only child. Yes, I have a brother and sister, but we grew up separate, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I was an only child.
Mhm.
I got a great imagination.
Okay.
I'm not a child anymore, but I got a great imagination.
For a year?
I will bring up my people. Remember, mind you, there will be a. Remember, I'll watch stuff for a year.
For a year? At some
Dude,
point,
we
you can't leave.
But
You cannot leave.
that's fine. Like I said, I'm in my home. As long as I'm being fed, because it has to be food, you have to feed someone. So food's being brought to me, or I can make it myself, or whatever. Maybe I can order, right? Because I can't leave. So food's covered. Watching a thing, watch TV or whatever it is. If they say, hey, get one source. If they say all you can watch is Netflix, fine. All you can watch is Tubi, even better. Tubi, right? That's fine. I will deal with that. It's a year. We all sit and think, oh, that's a long time. Dude, 6 months have passed already. 6 months has already passed. I get it. You might think, but you gotta prepare yourself. Remember, at the end, this is only a year. This is not, you don't know when it's gonna happen. This is not a let's see how long you can go. Right? This is, you go a year. You gotta plan yourself. Even before that year, you gotta start doing little things and figuring out things.
But I gotta ask you, at what point would, you say you can do it, but at what month do you think it will actually start to sink in?
Oh, I'm losing my mind from the beginning. I'm not trying to lose my mind later on. I'm preparing myself to where, like how you did the summer camp, how you said that's how you pictured it. I have to picture something like that. like, oh, I'm just away on work, or I'm just gone for this. I am away on work. I'm on work for 300 mil. That's what's gonna, at the end of the day, that's what's gonna, I might be, oh God, I missed him. But after the year, I get a 300 mil, we can do whatever the hell we want.
That's true.
We will think. And now, the reason why I can go with that one, but I wouldn't go with A, it's only 10 mil. Yes, I know it's a month, but I gotta be stuck with kids. I love my kids. That's cool. I love them and all. But you know what? She might snap or go crazy because she don't know what I'm doing with them. I might be doing stuff and having others doing stuff like, yo, are they this? Are they doing that? Is he making sure this? Is he making sure that? Is he just letting them do whatever they want? You know what I mean? And for 10 million, like I said, you can, 10 million you can work something.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
It's not 300 mil.
I mean, yeah, like you can still live like, you don't have to have a job. You can take $1 million, invest it in something, you still have 9 million, you can get a home somewhere that's, you know, for $1 million if you want, or even cheaper, go somewhere where it's cheap, and you look at all this money to play with. That's cool. But that's no fun, right? That's an easy one. 6 months now, mind you, that's cool, you're with your significant other. Even if you were allowed to fornicate and all and do that stuff, right? Because whatever.
No, you can't leave.
No, I know you can't leave, but you're in the house together, so you can fornicate. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying even if you're allowed that, we're still not choosing it
Yeah.
because depending on how old your kids are, you're not seeing them grow. That's 6 months of them grow. They're gonna change. Unless they're grown people, well, who cares? They're adults, they don't live with them anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if they're the age they are now, whatever age your kids are, 6 months without them and they're growing, then they change. Within a month they change. Sometimes a week your child
That's
change.
right.
So 6 months without them change, neither one of us is seeing a change.
That's hard.
I can't do that. I need to see that.
Yeah.
Or at least one of us so we know what's going on with them in their mind and what's happening. So I couldn't do that one. Even though it's 100 mil.
Do you think your kids, if you explain to them, so you explain it to your wife, well, would the ages that your kids are right now, would they understand Daddy's doing this for
Yeah.
300 million? Hell yes, you can go over. Do you think they understand?
Because you can't even tell them, what's that toy you wanted? I can get you 5 of those. What's that thing you wanted? I can get you all of that. You just gotta miss Daddy for a year.
And they will understand that concept if you've gone for a year.
I'm not saying maybe at some point they might break down. It might think, but that's what I'm saying. The wife will be there to take care. That's why I couldn't do B. I couldn't do B at all.
Gotcha.
I can't have someone else, even though they take care, I can't have someone else trying to comfort my child. I need my wife or me to comfort my child.
Okay.
Right? So that's why I couldn't go with that. And I explained to the kids, like, you have mommy, right? Now I know we can't video chat because it's whatever. If you can
No
video,
communication.
there's no communication. Okay,
No,
so I
there's
can't
there's zero
All right.
communication.
So that's fine.
It's hard, bro.
It will be hard, but in my mind,
Yeah.
I know they're with my wife.
Yeah, they're with your wife, they're in the safe space.
So
they're
they're good. Anything happens, she will think.
Yeah.
They take care of.
Yeah.
Any growth and changes, she will get me up to speed with everything, and she documents. So I will have pictures and videos when we meet up after a year to see what's going on and all of that stuff. Because even when you're with your children, work takes you away from them. You miss this event. You miss it.
That's
They
true.
video it. You see it. It's the same
That's
thing.
true.
It's just combined now. It's just all together that you're missing stuff. Now when it comes out, after that year, what are you missing? You have $300 million. What the hell are you missing in your child's
Maybe you
life?
can make 10
You're not missing a damn thing in your
You have a
child's
whole
life.
bunch of more wonderful memories.
How much investment? You can take $100 million and invest. You still have $200 million to yourself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So looking at it in that aspect, once the year is up, your life, your kids' life, your grandkids,
You're close to
boom, you're there for them for the rest of. I remember they're young. This isn't them grown.
That's right.
They're young.
I mean, if they were older, but this shouldn't be way
It's not gonna be an issue.
It's
Obviously.
not, you're 19 or 20, why?
They don't even want to be around you. You'd have to switch it. They gotta be with you.
Exactly.
For them to make money. That'd be the
At
total.
that point, they should be adults, and they should be, I don't want to be around dad or mom. Just when you get that money, just make sure you give me some pay for my college tuition. That's all I care about.
Alright, give us the next one. We can end up the last round.
Alright, do the last round?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last random is, Okay. Now, this used to be your girl back in the day before you were married. Don't pretend like it wasn't. Don't tell me. You know it was. You know it was.
I will tell you what it
I
is.
know it was.
That was my girl. I said.
It was your wife.
No.
It was your books.
I will take that. I will change my name if I have to be an all them dollars. Okay? But I didn't say she's my woman. But go ahead.
Alright, so this last one, this random is you enter into a relationship with Oprah 50 years ago. Not the current Oprah. The Oprah that was not a big difference, but the Oprah that was 15 years ago. And on your first date,
How old is Oprah now?
she's touching 70.
Okay, that's fine. She's in her 20s. All right.
First date, you go on a first date with her and you ask her if she believes in abortions. Her answer is no. You ask her if she wants to get married. She says yes. So she doesn't want kids, but she does want to get married. Would you intentionally trap Oprah by impregnating her and then bounce just to receive alimony and child support? Or are you sticking it through? Now, a lot of you may say that second part is very evil. It's very wrong. Until you're in that situation.
What's the part? Is it
Where you're just taking.
You said the first thing you said.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, the first part. That's correct. My apologies.
Yes.
So a lot of you may say the first part to the answer was evil. Well, giving the alimony, giving the child support.
These are good. Oh, you do that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. I don't want you to touch upon that. No, you're going to touch upon that. Right? Now, until you're in that situation, gotta think, what would you do? So, you want my answer first, you want my answer first?
I'll answer.
Go ahead.
I'm
Sticking it through?
So you're saying Oprah's already big time? Because if she's in her 20s, she's
Oh,
coming up.
50 years ago, Oprah was already built. What was she building?
I don't know, no.
She was rich.
No,
15 years ago. Right now, she's
15.
15.
Oh, sorry, I think you said 50.
No, 15.
Sorry, 15, okay.
So she's.
I'm sticking around. I'll make more money sticking around.
And she wants it every night. But she doesn't want to have kids.
I'm sticking around.
Yo,
You so say
the minute I said she wants it every night, if DJ sold it.
No, because I'm thinking, how are you going to do that? Then you're not making any, well, I was thinking you were not making any more money. Because
Oh, she makes money.
But I forgot, she has her companies and
She
all that
wakes
stuff.
up and makes money.
She doesn't have to do that. So, okay, whatever you want, if that's what you want.
She doesn't want kids.
You just don't want
She
kids?
just doesn't want kids. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be stepping. That's what she does now. That's what stepping is now.
Okay.
You don't know that?
Okay.
But your thing was where she doesn't believe in abortion, so that means she will have, if somehow she ended up pregnant, she's gonna have the baby.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I might have to drop one here just for security. I might have to.
You drop it.
I might have to.
Okay.
I would, and just see how serious she is as a person. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta secure
Secure.
that. Like they all say, hey man, women do it. Women do it too.
Okay, so your final answer is you would impregnate her and you bounce?
I'm not bouncing.
Okay, so you're.
I will pregnant her and I will stay.
Okay.
Because I will make mad money. I'll still be making money while I'm with her. And I can make on top of that because I'm with her. Remember, where you leave now, that's all you get.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you get monthly, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stay with them, you can get that monthly and more because you're with them. That's your person.
Yeah.
She's going to take care of you. She's going to do all that. But you leave now, okay. Look, open that works, eh? Well, how do you know she's going to get somewhere that works it out to where you probably will get nothing out of it?
Yeah.
It's the kid, but it's going into a bank account, and the only time you can get access is because you got to get this, and you need to have proof that you need to buy this, or you buy it and you have to show a receipt at the end that all the money went to this, and then anything that's offered. Oprah's not just allowing someone to impregnate her and be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna pay you monthly, and no, it's not the regular hood type of knockup that we see.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just want child support money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the money, but it's gonna get to a way where you're not living off of me.
Let me ask you something. Do you respect Stedman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I can't not respect him in a sense.
But sorry, just to let you guys know, we don't know the dynamic. So Stedman has been a forever
Oprah's significant
other for donkey on
As long
years.
as we process.
Before we were long time.
But before we knew Oprah.
Yeah. So Stedman is her man from donkey on years. I don't know.
I don't think they've ever been. I don't think they're married. That's the whole thing.
They're not married. They've never been married. They don't have kids. None of that. So that's who Stedman is. So when we reference Stedman, that's who he is. In reality, who he is to Oprah.
And I give Stedman props because there's a lot of dudes who have egos that'll be like, I don't want to be no spot. I don't want people talking about me like this. I don't want people looking at me like this.
That's my point.
Or I gotta be out there or this, that. But again, it's smart. Remember, Stedman is not a.
So what's he doing?
He's not a celebrity anyway.
So what's he doing?
He's only known because he loves her probably. When we keep thinking, I don't know when they started dating. I don't know when he came into her life. He could have been around knowing her college days or whatever before she blew up. She could have known, they could have been friends or know each other and this and that.
So
And then later on they get together.
So you respect Stedman, but let me explain. So she has no kids with him. That's probably her decision, right?
Could
She doesn't. Okay, cool. She doesn't want to get married. Again, it's probably his. Probably her. We're just for the sake of argument. Let's just say these are her.
I'll tell you something.
Let's just say these are her decisions, right? Let's just say these are her decisions. Well, it's too late now for them to have kids. So let's just throw that out the back. They can still get married, but for whatever reason they're not married. Do you look at Stedman and say, well, damn, is he really sticking around because he loves her, or he's insecure that he can't get a bag on his own?
Okay, at this point, see.
Because we don't know what he does.
What I don't want to do is put because what we love to do is resort to a negative thought. I'm not saying you necessarily, but just how it seems like I realize we've kind of been trained with how society is that. See how the thing, how you brought that up? It was, and it became like a negative thing, like, oh, he's only with her now. She doesn't want to do all this. Then that means he's only with her for the money. But we don't know anything.
That's a fact.
We don't know if he's okay. Well, okay, maybe it is Oprah who does it, but he clearly went along with it or agreed with it. So some part of him, after all these years, maybe he doesn't want kids.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has his own kids.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what he was doing before Oprah.
Yep.
He may have kids.
We don't know what he's doing now.
We don't know anything about it. This is why I respect him even more. He's able to keep himself with all this paparazzi that go around. I'm pretty sure that Stedman goes places. He has to do something. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Nothing from him.
He doesn't come out and say, he's not being all in his ego and, oh my God, no one knows about me. He's Oprah. I shouldn't be known as Oprah's boyfriend or Oprah's Stedman. They should know me. It should be Stedman and Oprah. Oprah and Stedman. You know, not Oprah and her significant other or her partner Stedman. I gotta give him again. He's probably from a different. I couldn't even say that because men in all generations have fucking big old egos where they don't want to be behind a woman, and that's why I gotta respect him too. He's behind a woman, even in a time where women weren't looked at as up here, or if they made it up here, they're looked at bad, or men don't like that because of who's this female that's coming up, or whatever. Oprah was it eye candy. Right?
Was she or said she wasn't she?
No.
Oh, by the way, Oprah's even Oprah.
I'm saying, when I say eye candy, to how TV, media, society looks at what an eye candy is. Oprah's not that.
Yeah.
We know. I'm not gonna be eye candy.
Listen,
Whatever.
Oprah's been on that Ozempic lately. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. Just saying.
But Oprah's had her time, right? She's gone up, she's gone down, way, and this time Oprah looks good.
Yeah.
That's good for you. I'm just saying. He didn't worry about all that. He stayed around, he played his role.
See, there you go.
And that's what you need, especially with celebrities, and you're dating, and you're not a celebrity yourself. There's gotta be roles. You gotta know this. Don't think because you get into this now, oh boy, she'll change later because she loves me. This will be different. Oh, she'll want to have kids later, or she'll want to do this later because it's just me. That's your ego talking. Because you think, oh, these men can't get her to change her mind. I need a man to do it. No. You gotta be comfortable with that. We don't know what he wanted to do with his life. She could have funded everything he's doing. And all she says was,